Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm going to show you guys the Laserdisc movies here in a little bit, but tell you about my Bullhead trip, because decided to run down there today just to see what was at those pawn shops and thrift stores and whatnot. Got quite a few places I can stop now, and all I came back with was this awesome Cornholio t-shirt. I was disgusted with the freaking prices, man. They have gotten totally crazy ass bonkers there, mainly at the antique stores and gun stores, on some of the prices with bayonets and whatnot, or any kind of historical militaria, man. Just insane high prices. Anyways, I'm going to show you one of the bayonets out of my collection here. I got a pair of these. I'd gotten 3 of them. I'm thinking less than 20 bucks a piece, man. Dirt freaking cheap from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it's one of those things, if you see one of these on eBay, man, just don't even bother. eBay, somebody obviously thought that they were worth a lot, and it just started one of them chain reactions to where now everybody thinks they're worth a lot, and they're really not. They're pretty common and easy to find. Anyways, this is one of my British 1907 bayonets. And I've got 2 variations. This one is made by Sanderson. As you can see, that is round. My other one is made by Wilkinson, and that is more of a kind of teardrop oval shape. Anyways, one of the antique stores, man, down there, just insane high on one of these, and I can't remember if I mentioned this one that was over at my pawn shop where I got the French bayonet or not, man. That was one of them where the guy left it because he knew it wasn't worth that much. Anyways, they want 125 bucks. And it is real. It's got all the little marks and stuff on it, and the dates is in. They're 1907s to where it will have 1907 written nice, and then it will have other date stamps if it was used for any other years or whatever. Which this one, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it's date stamps or not, man. It's just got the usual marks, crown marks and stuff. I think my other one's stamped up even more. Anyways, doesn't even have a maker name on it. Just has the regular stamps, crowns and symbols and whatnot. So 125 bucks, and it's not anywhere near as nice as this one. My other one, better shape. Really nice freaking sheath or whatever. It's an antique mall that is in Bullhead area, man. Just getting out of town, heading into Mojave. Nice big store, man. I do still like to stop there occasionally because it's multiple vendors to where they just leave their stuff there on consignment. There is a guy that occasionally has militaria, and there's been stuff before to where I just passed on it because the price was just way too high. Well, I'm thinking his doctor upped the dosage, as in the dude has gone crazy and pretty bad when the lady that's one of the owners that runs the place is agreeing with me. The guy is insane, and she doesn't know why he won't just take his stuff out of there because they gotta pay to have the stuff on consignment. They're selling it for them. He had one of these in bad shape, as in dry rot on the leather and then rust on the blade. Blade on this is in awesome condition. $350 fucking dollars. Holy shit. I don't know if he just saw something similar, as in we did make one here in America very similar to this. One of the main differences, it's got the hanger on the back of it to hang onto the belt instead of the stud here for a frog. Otherwise, they look very similar, and that ain't it, man. It's definitely a British. So maybe he doesn't know what a British bayonet looks like, or doesn't understand the symbols and think it's the US one. Which still, that price would be crazy high. They're worth maybe 200 at most, as far as I know. On other bayonets that this dude had, Same thing, man. Way overpriced. And Arisaka, Japanese bayonet, in good condition, man. If it was priced right, I would have snatched it up. So it was one of the original models with a nice quillion, just like what I have, but with the metal scabbard, all intact, no bad dents. That he wanted $250. All the other bayonets he had were basically just cheap ass ones, to where if you went to a gun store or something, you'd be finding them for like 20, 30 bucks at most. And then he had, I think one German bayonet. I'm trying to remember what type it is. K98. That one, I didn't even bother with the damn price. It was pretty dented up on the scabbard and stuff, or sheath. It's not worth even looking at. Anyways, all the cheapy ones that he had, 100 and up. Just crazy freaking prices. Got out of there quick. Went down the street to a smaller little antique type mall and saw another French bayonet. One that I mentioned in the video, which also has the arsenal and stuff on the spine of the blade, all dated and everything. French chassepot. And looking at the outside of it, which I don't understand this. This is something to where usually if they're going to do this to a bayonet, they do the whole thing. They wanted $250, way too freaking much. If you get on eBay, you can find them for about $1.25 and less. They're not very expensive as the chassepots, man. There's a lot of them floating around, even that it's older than the last one I picked up. Anyways, took it out, man, because it's like, damn, man, this is nice. See if they talk down the price a lot. Just the freaking blade had been chromed. Like somebody didn't want to take the rust off but wanted to have a shiny blade, so just dipped it in chrome. Didn't have any chrome on the crossguard quillion. Didn't have any on the pommel. Nothing on the scabbard. It did have matching numbers. I think it was 1866 or 67 or whatever, so old enough. And man, I don't like it when they chrome them. I've only got one in my collection that's been chromed, and I got it for cheap. And that's why the guy gave it to me for cheap. As soon as they put chrome on something like that, it totally takes away from the value, man. You're covering up all the age to show that it is an old piece. So that got me disgusted. And another place that I like to stop at just to look, man, because they got cool stuff. They're racist fucking redneck bastards, but they got cool stuff. I'm not that kind of person, but I will buy their shit if it's cheap enough. Anyways, that's Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Bullhead City. They got bayonets. Anyways, in the back, on the racist thing, naturally they have their little Nazi memorabilia section. They had not an awesome, but nice enough old quillback German bayonet. Nice long freaking blade, very unique style on the blade, one that I've been looking for. No scabbard. The blade was not shiny because the scabbard was missing probably for a long time, so the blade was allowed to get all tarnished in. Just full patina on the blade, man. Anyways, 250 freaking bucks. They had some other ones that I was kind of interested in, $100 and up. So I ain't gonna be going there to look for bayonets anymore, man. I'll stick to around here or Havasu. On other places, went to the Goodwill. Naturally, it's not just you guys. My Goodwill store that's in Bullhead, the only Goodwill in the entire area, getting crazy on their prices. Not insane crazy yet, but crazy enough to where just stuff that I would have normally bought, I passed up. Somebody had brought in, or just gave them a whole bunch of Laserdisc movies, and good ones. A lot of sci-fi and horror and stuff. A lot of action. No ancient freaking stuff like what this lady has that I've been getting them from. Like old freaking black and white musicals. Or just outright musicals, you know. The hills are alive with the sound of Griswold. Shit like that I don't fucking want to watch ever again. Or westerns, black and white, you know, wife beater type movies. It's bad enough they wanted $3.99 per disc. Whoever set them out obviously did not take them out to look at them. Every freaking movie I grabbed, and it was making me sick. They had some good ones. Either spotted up for moisture, which ruins them, or scratched up really freaking bad. Like they had all the Tremor movies that came out on Laserdisc. I think the first 3 or so. Shadow. Widescreen director's or special edition of Aliens, which would have been freaking awesome. That was the first one I grabbed. Scratched up as hell. They had a couple of good Star Trek ones and being scratched up. Just bad shape, man. Whoever had them did not take care of them. Then on other stuff they didn't have any retro video game stuff other than some controllers for like old 486 PCs going back before Pentium came out. Freaking $10 a piece, man. I can go to any thrift store around here in Kingman and find them for $1 or less, man. Because they know they're freaking old and somewhat useless unless you're into retro stuff. So nah. That's it, man. I'm sick of the area. And all the other thrift stores I hit, including the new hospice store that opened, they still suck. They're not getting anything good there, so I ain't going to hit them up anymore. I'll stick to Havasu, but all the other ones, there was shit sitting there that I saw on my last trip, which was months ago, man. So, it's not good. So, I should have gone to freaking Havasu. Usually I come back with something cool from Havasu. Anyways, end of story. On with showing you what movies I've gotten from this lady so far. Anyways, speaking of Alien and aliens, got the original Alien, but the full screen version. In fact, both of these are full screen, but they both played great. And this one plays like new. The Rocketeer, good movie. Another good movie, Memphis Belle, plays like new. This one I haven't watched yet. Harrison Ford, presumed innocent. Steven Skull Under Siege. Got one Star Trek one that I forgot that I had already, but her copy was in better shape. This is Undiscovered Country. So now I got 2 of them. Another Steven Seagal, Out for Justice. This one, because it's in good shape, I'm hoping it plays alright. Explorers. And then, this was a pretty good movie. Not one I'd probably want to watch again, but a Manhattan Project. Kid builds an atomic bomb. As a science project. Really smart kid. So, anyways, on getting movies from her, man. Just haven't had that many, and I've stopped a couple times since getting those. I've had those sitting for a while, long enough to watch a few of them. She doesn't seem to be bringing any more over, man. She told me she had at least 100 of them, and she's probably got 50 at most in the store, so I don't know what's going on, and damn near all of them are all just old frickin' movies, so I don't know if I'm going to be getting any more or not. And one thing to watch on those Laserdiscs, if you have a chance to buy them from an individual and not from like a thrift store or whatever, to where you can ask on how did you keep these, I question on how she stored them. She's saying, oh, I keep them in the house. I'm wondering if she keeps them in her garage, to where we've been having high 90s up into the hundreds on heat here. That's not good for those. The first 2 that I grabbed that were sealed, one of them being Police Academy, went to watch it. It plays, but it plays like one that is scratched up as hell or just really dirty, man. A lot of static. And at first I thought maybe it was my player, so I opened it up and cleaned the laser. Nope, played the same. Brought out another one of my players that I knew was already clean. Same thing, man. Just bad discs. So just because they're still sealed up, it's not always going to mean that they're going to work good. So as far as I'm concerned on those, I recommend try and get them for cheap. Unless you're buying them from a place to where you know they've been taken care of, as in no dents or anything in the sleeves and whatnot, and then maybe you'll have a better chance of getting a good one. So, catch you guys later. I am going to be taking a trip to Havasu, but not till the end of the month. My sister's going to come out, and her and my mom are going to go somewhere for a couple of days, so free at last! Catch you all later.